discussing on YouTube. This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review Heartbreak Drake Part 3. Basically, this particular product is called Heartbreak Drake. Basically, this is a particular 2009 unofficial mixtape by Drake, and this particular product is called Heartbreak Drake Part 3, the first semester. In these pitches, this particular product is called Heartbreak Drake Part 3, the first semester, and it came out in the fall of 2009. Now, within pitch about here, as far as these pitches can happen, this is within these type fairs. I've reviewed a previous Heartbreak Drake, which came out in late 2008. As far as what's supposed to happen, it had some hit type pitches off there, like a single that Drake dropped in 2008 when he was starting his rollout within pitch like that. That was kind of a particular buzz type single, but it was one of his initial solo type ones. Minus like Replacement Girl from like Comeback Season, some stuff pitches like that, and Room for Improvement type days, some stuff pitches. But the hit type deal, as far as saying within these aspects, Drake was kind of somewhat quiet in 2008. He did sign with Young Money and Cash Money and Lil Wayne type fairs and Birdman type fairs back in those particular days of about 2008 was the pitch, as far as saying some of these hit type deals. That particular product, yeah, I reviewed the first Heartbreak Drake in 2024 pitch like that. Definitely some banging type board deals, has some ballistic type ones on there. Some good standouts like Ransom and Come Real pitch like that. Come Real is a pretty hitting type one. That's a good freestyle. The Tech Nines particular, Now It's On type 2 and pitch like that, hit type price and some of those type pitches. But this particular one has some new stuff on here. Pitch like that, it has 20 songs in here. There's at least 10 that are new, or at least relatively within the product, not so much full. They're new within the sense like products of this Drake leftovers that did not have like a home body work, considering the rollout that he had within a megaton. In a megaton type sense from 2009 pitch like that. Now definitely Drake in 2009, that was one of his capital type years with the hit type breakout mixtape So Far Gone in early 2009, which had the hit single Best I Ever Had, which hit number 2 on the Billboard 100 pitch like that. So that was a predominant type song of the winter, spring, and summer 2009 and further. Other hit type tunes like Young Money type fare like Bedrock and Every Girl Sons type pitch that helped flesh out even further summer 2009. Then you had other type tunes like I'm Going In and Successful and Houston Land of Vegas, sons type ones like that. So pretty breakout type of appeal. Drake was very full spread and widespread throughout 2009, cresting into 2010, getting to like the We Are Young Money type days with Bedrock and Roger That, sons to ones, even though Drake wasn't on Roger That, but his pitch like that, and also the rollout for Thank Me Later with hit songs like Over and Miss Me and sons to ones like that, good nice pitches and Find Your Love and pitch like that, sons hit type ones and Fancy, but his pitch as far as saying pain, it's just paying attention towards some of those type products. The hit type pitch, as far as saying this particular one within pitches, it was kind of some quiet type spells around this particular time, just because the Drake solo type appeal within pitch like that, it's not as really, it wasn't really as if he full-bound had to consistently crank out more type hits, but it was the pitch as far as saying definitely it was some primetime type ordeals than pitch as far as saying that getting some leftover type phrase of Drake from the particular So Far Gone days was definitely some excellent type pitches. The fair as far as saying really the So Far Gone EP was definitely a capital type one, had some hit tunes off there like Fear and The Calm and pitch like that, and I'm Going In, some stuff ones like that, and further type phrases. A good collection of like this getting Drake to retail within pitch like that before he had really dropped an album. It's a pitch as far as saying that particular type of appeal. It just felt like his mixtape days shouldn't have been over quite as quickly, considering that that was like a breakout type one within pitch like that. It just happened overnight within some type pitch as far as like it just happened overnight with some of those type pitches as far as talking about the appeal behind like So Far Gone pitch like that. So some of these type phrases are just within that aspect. Now within these particular type fairs, there's 4 of these within these pitches. There's 4 of these from these Heartbreak Drakes as far as these pitch games. I reviewed 1 and 3 as I'm reviewing the 3rd one right now within pitch. So I'm going to save the 2nd one for later down the road within pitch like that. So within phrase as far as saying just a collective as to how these fairs are going to pop up. The 4th one The 4th one I'm going to get towards as well, but it's just the particular collective of Diss Drake from like the eras of like his more gruff and hungry type days to miss the pitch. Now the factoid that Drake kind of came into like his scene within these sorts of pitches as far as like the come up within the phrase of being between about late 2008 to about early 2010 is the pitch as far as saying some of these type ones are kind of a mess, where the transformation just kind of happened within that banner type appeal. So the first Heartbreak Drake was a little bit before that particular pitches, but this particular one is a miss like the prime type ordeals that has some of those type hits within the crossover type but still has the hunger type fare within pitch like that. So it's the fray. just the realization this is kind of post like success with some of these type pitches. I'd probably say that Heartbreak Drake Part 2 is probably amidst like the real springy typeness within the product. That probably came out in like probably somewhere like the first half of 2009, pitch like that within those sorts of phrases. This the initial type conduct is like the get up is kind of going, but this is post success within sensitive pitches. So it's kind of the product or being like the it dude was kind of within those sorts of pitches within pitch like that. This is not within the product of this kind of wishful thinking and first like that since I pitch amongst those hit type phrases, prime type Drake within that initial typeness. Now he had plenty of primes within pitch like that, thank me later and take care type days, and nothing was the same songs at once. But it's a pitch as far as saying there's some hit type aspects within that mixtape type here, just getting probably the last good decent amount of batch of free type tunes that Drake would kind of have within some type pitches before full bound getting to this like consistent albums. But just some good nice pitches, kind of a differential type spell talking about the fall of 2009. It felt like there should have been like an official mixtape that came out from Drake around this time, but he was working on Thank Me Later as far as those pitch counts with the ordeal as far as saying, but this is just some good collectives. This might as well be treated as like an official. I definitely feel like the Heartbreak Drake's now. Drake had plenty of unofficial type mixtapes that came out around this time. There's probably more than 20 or 30 of these pitches like that. But the fair as far as saying, I definitely feel like some of these banner type ones, considering that one of which hosts like one of Drake's debut singles from those sorts of pitches within pitch like that, like Ransom and some of the pitch. I definitely think these particular ones have some banner type appeal within the pitch. These are some ones to beeline for getting more Drake past this like the official shit that he actually did. So it's pitches like that. But yeah, this mixtape easy enough gets a 10 out of 10 pitch like that. There's 20 songs off here, but then some of these 9 of these out of the 20 are to be found on other projects, like particular like the Birdman albums, hit tunes like Play Ball and More Millie, pitch like that Drake was featured on, and Money to Blow, since the pitch like that, since that Ferris is like that particular come up was happening. There's also other type ones are on the Young Money type album like Bedrock and Sons that Ferris like that. Fear is on the So Far Gone EP, Sons of Pitches. Fed Up is on the DJ Khaled album that's going to come out in 2010 with called Victory and pitch like that. And featuring Birdman is particularly the same song as Play Ball within pitch like this. Some of those hit type PLs, and there's a skit type song which is Words from Jay-Z as well. Good nice pitches that particularly that early that Drake had affiliation with Jay-Z, pitch like that's a hit type phrase. Yeah, it narrows it down to 10 songs. And all 10 of these new type songs I recommend within these full type pitches. So yeah, I'd say this mixtape gets a 10 out of 10 because within the hit type appeal as far as saying this primary Drake getting that 2009 type format with enough of these to be able to say it's half the project within these sorts of pitches that has some new flavor, but still some good nice pitches considering that these products are free within pitches like that, considering how red hot he was. So definite 10. But yeah, Darlin is a hitting type one. This has Lil Wayne on here. Now within the pitch as far as saying the information kind of about this mixtape is kind of somewhat minimal. It has decent degrees of it, but doesn't designate as full bound. There's some folks like Nipsey Hussle's on one of these type songs. Lil Wayne is on at least one of these. Gucci Mane is on one of these type ones as the pitch for us, and some of these type pitches. This is a good nice break getting the fact that Drake was on the song with Gucci Mane, because I'm not as sure as to how many full bound type times that particularly popped up. It's pitched like that. But Darlin hitting type one here is like an excellent throwback to like Bubble Music by Cameron and Carter 2 type days from Lil Wayne, pitched like that. It's DJ Drama type mixtape type air ripped out of 2006, 2005. Just some City Frog, definitely get towards here, pick up like some Quiznos, get some Balms for Divas and pitch like that. Hit type phrase amongst a good nice fair. Lil Wayne feels right at home at some of these type ones. It's him shredding things. Just that particular we are it's that particular We Are Young Money type era pitch like that. Like that particular prime type form of Lil Wayne from days like Steady Mobbin' and pitch like that. Some of those hit type ones are pitched like that. To some of those hit. Now it's not within a club type appeal like Steady Mobbin', but it's just good nice pitches. It's throwback to 2006 hit type phrase definitely. Same thing with Beautiful pitch like that. It's another type one. Now this one doesn't have Lil Wayne on here, but still nice pitches. It's like a highlight vintage 2000s. Beautiful is like a highlight vintage 2000s DJ drama mixtape soul to get towards here. Just home clean and chore pitch like that. Some of these hit type phrases. Just get some ramen in your system. Fairs like that. Just get some swishers going on top of that. So it's kind of fair. Just the product to tidying up the homestead type fair pitch like that. This particular one gives off vibes of J. Cole from like the particular warm-up type days of 2009 and Friday Night Lights from 2010, pitch like that. Some of those type ones where you kind of just hotbox good fares like that amongst those type pitches. So definitely good type product, this pasta cook type fare and sense the pitch amongst the fray. This kind of laxing type product within pitches, just like Spotify kind of homestead type grooves to just good springtime summer type this Sunday evening type relish pitch like that hit type phrase, but just good nice fares. Be like some of the big three of like those particular times, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. Some of the pitches just pulling off like some DJ drama from like dedication era type phrase like 2006, 2007. Good pitches like that. Believe it or not, it's a real surprising like the hit song Believe It or Not, it's a real surprising type one. This is actually a good affable type one within pitch like that. This says Gucci Mane on here. There's some good nice pitches within it. It's like a swirl. This particular tune is like a swirling kind of fret. This particular tune is like a swirling frat party and demon time release to get towards your pitch like that. Just a more formal kind of hit tune. Just a more formal tune of a hit song like Wasted, pitch like that. Some stuff phrase. This kind of product to some of that type area. Just a good song to vomit to since the pitch is hit type phrase amongst it. And not within the product of having health problems. This pitch for us and just enjoying like the phrase it is. Plenty of Bacardi in your system, phrase like that. Just a hot type tune, definitely standard. Snow Bunny's just caked up as fuck, pitch like that. Since the phrase caked up AF, pitch like that. Definitely Isabella's looking hella, definitely Isabella's looking hella thick and fine with sense the pitch amongst the hit type phrase amongst this. The fair as far as saying this, definitely within the pitch, definitely that particular tariff type fair kind of reminds of like hit songs like This Is My Party by Fabulous from back in like 2002, 2003, pitch like that, but just kind of more with the fray of just kind of it definitely feels like frat party type fare within pitch like that. It's kind of collective. There is kind of a mild type. Drake was kind of mildly on like that Asheroth type, I love college type vibe within pitch like that from some of those days. Then some of those type aspects within like the pitch of the 2009 best I ever had type fair. Thinking of some of those ones where best I ever had was kind of like a good courtyard kind of frat party, just red cups everywhere, outdoors pitch like that type phrase. Some of those pitch is just the aspect of thinking of like folks like Big Sean and Mac Miller, folks like that. So it's kind of pitches some of these type ones. Interesting type pitch, getting Gucci Mane towards some of that type fray. The actual fact amongst it is Wasted was kind of like a frat type tune, just a little bit more in a trap type form. It was a good nice pitch, paying attention to a tune like that. But this particular one has Gucci Mane on like that Wasted type vibes and pitch like that, but it's kind of within the aspect of a little bit more as if there might be just folks studying or something like that just in the room next door. Some stuff pitch where it probably would be where there'd be Bacardi around, pitch like that, but it's kind of the phrase of death. Not where the damage type ratio is kind of to like, you know, horrid within pitch where there's going to be issue pitch like that, but just the phrase unless I want pitch like that, just kind of appreciate the product. Good nice schmooze to get towards your pitch like that, hit that phrase. Go is nice off here as well as like an excellent leftover kind of so far gone type days pitch like that. Just early bird kind of Spotify bleed, I'd say definitely some of those type pitch. Definitely early bird kind of Spotify bleed, I'd say good pitch like that. This Houston and Vegas, some of the pitches like that, those sorts of tunes, just the kind of demon time type soak in and pitch like that amongst those phrases, just getting some definitely Moscato and Galley system pitch like that. Just appreciate like the starlight and the stars, good pitch as far as those phrases going to happen. Very similar to hit type tunes that Drake would put out the next year, like Shut It Down and some of the pitches like that in particular. I think it's unbelievable. One of those type pitches are, I think it's unforgettable. The one that samples Aaliyah, some of those type pitches, some of those boom bap kind of staccato type, slow jam type tunes, pitches like that. So good nice phrase amongst that. Yeah, it's unforgettable pitch like that hit type phrase. Hurt is a nice one as well. It's like a vintage homestead kind of Mary J. Blige and Neo kind of driveway and bouquet kind of gab within pitch like that. So just picking up like a bouquet for said galley sends the pitch amongst this kind of like that particular Faradis. Visits and quick come throughs pitch like that. It's kind of Faradis. Josh type fair and bullshit as far as what's supposed to happen. Just definitely prime timing pitch like that. Just being like, oh, that's some good what to do with King of Queens as far as those first going to have pitches like that and room for improvement as far as those first going to have just some of those type pitches. Now within the fray, back in 2009, those pretty good shows still pop up within certain type aspects of commonplace type fair pitch like that, but it's afraid to some of that type product just pitches of quit dissing Fez as far as those pitch can happen. Some stuff pitch that's not within the pitch actually dissing Fez, but the pitch as far as just yeah, quit dissing the Fez pitch like that. Some stuff pitch, but good aspects as far as those pitch can happen within the pitch. Just prime time, good pitch like that. Killers with Nipsey Hussle's a hitting type 1. This good vintage kind of uptown. Killers with Nipsey Hussle's like a good vintage kind of uptown leftover vibes to get towards your pitch like that. It's grab like some chili cheese Fritos, some stuff aspects, definite Oakley music, and some of those stuff raised. It's appreciating like some town stress Sundays to get in gal system fairs like that. It's kind of some reallys. Some stuff fairs kind of pitch. It just like didn't know that you like to mix Kool-Aid, some of those type pitches like that. Just hit type phrase amongst some of those type aspects with good nice pitches within those hit type fields. The aspects for saying hit type tones within it. The King is a nice one as well. It's like a good venue turn up to get and Young Money kind of play ball, kind of similar type hop pitch like that. Some of those type phrase definitely like those particular days. And some of those type jams like Money to Blow and Play Ball from particular Priceless by Birdman pitch like that. Just definitely a primp type tune pitch like that. And map drops out as far as these first kind of just the excitement of getting towards like a product like a big ass night. Some of the pitch or just a regular ass night. Some of the pitch just the product just getting towards some tear up, just pitches up. Playing type folks like Rob Level and some of the folks like that. Just good good hit, traditional kind of dap hip type turn up within pitch like that. Meek Mill and definitely folks like Meek Mill and Rob Level, plenty of stuff folks within the aspects as far as the hit type, the hit type urban type, then the hit type urban type sound off and pitch like that, and getting towards the crunk type product like some blisteriness, a good nice pitch as far as like the excitement factor pitch like that. There was some good bangs. Successful Live's the nice one with Successful Live's a nice one within these aspects as well as like a rock solid kind of OG Drake from like the mixtape type days to get towards here, just floaty kind of town hop, I'd say. Some definite nostalgia, paying attention like the products for folks who remember Drake these past 20 years and pitch like that, 18, 17, 20 years pitch like that, since hit that price. It's definite aspects within that blisterness. It's definitely grab like some Coney Dogs pitch like that. So this particular one, the original Successful pitch like that is very similar to Uptown Sons that pitch just like a town strut. This particular one has a little bit more within like kind of this feels more looming, kind of within the aspect of just a heavy hit type dose of nostalgia pitch like that. Paying attention like those phrases, just throw back to like particular 2009, 2010, 2008 type baritone stuff pitch amongst the hit type phrase, just getting towards it. This old boots, new dirt. This new boots, old dirt with some stuff pitches. Paying attention like the product, just touching base with certain hit type. Touching base with certain hit type phrases within the aspects as far as getting towards back towards the product within the pitch of dislike. Block type sound off and collect as far as those first kind of accent type pitches. Scriptures is a nice type one as well. It's like a banging Big Sean style kind of appreciating window peer as far as these pitches kind of just kind of lofty type fair pitch like that, just to appreciate like the glam factor. Definitely court ma'am to like some finery pitch like that, hit type phrase amongst the just sardines first like that, since the pitches is good nice. Oysters and fairs like that, since the pitch is kind of the aspect of like good particular. It's a taste of some glamorousness and finery within pitch like that as far as like the hit type feels. It's like like the aspect of gratefulness and pitch like this. It's a good factor, kind of soak it in first like that. Just get some kickback and intake on good pitch like that. Hit type price. Material Girl's a nice one as well. This is a good glam type factor among the hit song Material Girl has a good glam factor and aspect amongst a good pitch like that. It's like a snazzy kind of throwback to 808s and Heartbreak type era drizzy within pitch like that. Definitely some stuff phrase that this particular, probably just a little bit kind of within the era like late 2008, winter 2009, some stuff pitches with hit type songs like Blame It on the Alcohol by Jamie Foxx and T-Pain, some stuff pitches. Digital Girl, some stuff one's very similar to like the I think Jamie Foxx's 2008 album is called Intuition or something like that. One of those type phrases within the hit type pitch, but definitely songs like She Got Her Own and Sunset Pitches hit type phrase. That particular era, just fear and the calm type fit. Definitely what this particular tune reminds me of by Drake pitch like that. Someone's hit type phrase amongst is definitely a club fit pitch like that. So definitely Blame It on the Alcohol, Digital Girl. Someone's type wants a good club touch snaz within like the jazzy kind of frou-frou kind of step. Show out and kind of just R&B type stunt type tune pitch like this. Some of the definitely probably within the fray where the black leather jacket definitely probably within the fray where the black leather jackets would come out pitch like that. The easy kind of mean Ice Cold Blade, Wesley Snipes kind of looks would be on, pitch like that. Just hit that phrase, just decked out, looking real clean, pitch like that. Hit that phrase an aspect for the pitch kind of goes. But just a good syrup type one within pitch like that. Definitely the phrase, just some of those kind of swirling type ones within the pitch as far as talking about like definite, throwback to Jamie Foxx in particular, like Kanye West from like the Paranoid and RoboCop type days, pitch like that. So hit type feels from the aspect. Drake, Drake of course has that hit type feel down pat with these sorts of pitches, good pitch like that. So definitely hit type pitch. So it's kind of like the Fear and the Calm. Those are a little bit more low key within like the sense of just more kind of down mid tempo type phrase pitch like that. But this kind of particularly has like a good jostle amongst the pitch, like a nice foot tap to kind of get like a rhythmic type groove within some type pitch. So it's kind of it's a good, nice album cut, kind of R&B type dance song within pitch like this. So kind of afraid of getting like the vibes of Blame It on the Alcohol, but just, or Digital Girl pitch like that, but it's more within phrase, something that would not be necessarily like a single pitch like that, but just a good gem for Drake. Definitely within those pitches. It's more of him on like his R&B type vibes, so good pitch like that. Good standout along with Go and some stuff pitch. So there is some rap Drake on here pitch like that with the hit type phrase, but Material Girl's definitely with vibes like Best I Ever Had, in particular Houston Land to Vegas, and songs like Fear and pitch like that within that kind of syrup type Nesca pitch like that. So within hit that price, a 10 out of 10 mixtape pitch like that. Social score gets a 10 as well. Sunny Stuff aspects of this further helping this excellent kind of booster shot in the arm with Sunny Stuff pitch and this extra type phrase that appreciate like the product or just the same sort of vibes as So Far Gone, just without like a mammoth type appeal. Within the pitch for us saying, I do kind of feel like within certain type of sentences, as much as like the capital type appeal as So Far Gone kind of has, I feel like nowadays it just feels like the rhythm of that particular product is just not as complex type appreciated with like the number of gems that are kind of within the aspect. You get some of those type ones like Successful and Uptown, like the one Ignorant shit, and some of those type ones like that, in particular other type ones like Houston Atlanta Vegas and some type ones within the type fare of it. Within the EP it'd be the EP you've got Fear and I'm Going In, some type ones within pitch as far as saying like consistent type ones are just off that particular Fury, that album's kind of pitch. Now mind you myself, I need to get around to purchasing So Far Gone within pitch like that. I purchased the EP, but it's the first part saying just the particular pitch. You used to be able to download that mixtape until just only like the past 5 or 6 or so years within pitch like that. So it's a phrase for saying nowadays available for purchase. The Spotify edition has like some new tunes on there pitch like that. So hit that phrase for saying, but just the curriculum of that particular fair, just the vacuum of that particular hit product definitely needs to get back towards the routine kind of ballistic type rotation. I feel like ever since like the Kendrick beef, Drake has kind of been kind of within the aspect of it's just kind of love it or hate it within pitch like that, which is kind of, I mean, he was kind of like that just with folks thinking he was soft in the first place, but it's this kind of pitch for us saying it's just the product that some of these type rhythms of the shit that he did back as far back as like the 2000 stuff there is kind of the aspect. These are footholds within some stuff pitch, so it's kind of the aspect, but there's just like a complement to that. These Heartbreak Drakes, all 4 of these I'd probably say within these sorts of pitches, at least 1 and 3, the ones I've reviewed within these type pitches are just the biscuits and gravy kind of side pieces, or macaroni and cheese, some of these type fairs, other type products, and Hush Puppy. Hush Puppies and French fries like the ordeal, like the main course that's So Far Gone pitched like that. So some hit type phrase for us paying attention like that, ballisticness get pitched like that. So you get 10 new songs in here for the most part within these sorts of pitches. The aspects for us like that hit type appeal. Aspect is good shot in the arm. Some of these have ones. The syrup kind of Drake with Material Girl and the syrup kind of Drake with Material Girl and Go pitch like that. Darling and Beautiful are like some throwback kind of DJ drama. There's some kind of frat party typeness with like Believe It or Not and The King pitches like that. Some typeness good pitches there, in particular like some appreciating like a finery type fair like Scriptures, and I'd probably say Hurt and some of those pitch like this. It's kind of pitched for us saying some of those hit type ones. So with the aspects for us, the hit type appeals kind of have them pitched like that. And Killers has some good uptown type vibes pitch like that for like some town type stress pitch like that, and same thing with Successful, some of those type pitches. With the aspects for us saying good ballistic typeness, plenty of good hit type phrase, so 10 social within pitch like that, to some of these type phrase, the Town Hops, the Town Hops, the Primetime Driveway type schmooze pitch like that, some of these frat party type gems and pitch like that for some turn up, and just the pitch like some DJ Drunk and throwback typeness for like the phrase, just Lil Wayne dedication type phrase pitch like that. So hit type phrase, 10 social. So in terms of future, like Drake is getting ready to drop his new album Ice Mist, coming out in May of 2026 pitch like that. So it hasn't quite happened just yet, but probably by the time it's going to happen, this This is going to be posted in mid-May. Pitch like that. So hit type phrase for us and getting towards some of that hit type product with pitch for us and classic type, staple, good pitch like that. Just definitely some unofficial type shit to look into. Pitch like that. Now within pitch, it might as well be official considering that these are just some loosies that were kind of around that time. Definitely look into a pitch like that. I'm going to review more of these Heartbreak type Drakes pitch like that, but this is definite staple. This kind of side piece type game. Side piece type trees that are definitely appetizing.